Do you want to be conversational with natives in Spanish within a year? Well, stick around and watch this video. Alrighty, so the method that I'm going to show you is something that I personally use myself to learn Spanish, and it did wonders for me. I was conversational in 6 months or even less. I remember having a conversation around 3 to 4 months. It was quite basic, but still, I got some really good results. Alright, so let's get right into it. First things first, I strongly recommend that you find textbooks. I believe that textbooks are a great way to build a foundation on which you can expand your knowledge of a language. So the two textbooks that I used when I was learning Spanish are Como se dice and Practice Makes Perfect, Complete Spanish Grammar. And these two books saved my life. They made learning Spanish so much easier, and they went over all the exceptions when doing verb conjugations. And honestly, in languages like French and Spanish, which are love languages, if you know your conjugations, you'll be able to communicate very, very fast. All right, so those two textbooks are key because they have foundational knowledge, they have expressions, they have a structure of your sentences. They are amazing resources. Another thing that I really used are apps. So for learning the numbers, colors, days of the week, and months of the year, I use the app Quizlet. And Quizlet is amazing because they're generally just sets of quizzes created by other people in the past that were also trying to learn what you're learning right now. Also, when I had any doubts about verb conjugations, I used the app Conjugador, and this app was amazing. I'll put it somewhere on the screen here, but it really helped because whenever there was a time where I saw a verb and I didn't know how to conjugate it, or I was trying to practice my verb conjugations, I could always rely on this app to be there for me and tell me the correct answers so I could correct my mistakes. Two great apps for learning vocabulary are Vocab Gamer and W Lingua. I will put them on the screen here somewhere, and these two apps really help me because they're fun little ways to learn vocabulary. It's not forcing yourself, it's not repeating word after word after word on a sheet of paper, but it's rather a fun and engaging way while playing games. So it makes learning vocabulary much, much easier. The last app that I used to learn Spanish was LinkQ, and it's great because it has free Spanish podcasts, and not only is it great for hearing native speakers, but you could also read the script. So as the native speaker is speaking, you could read along with the script, and it is great. It does wonders because I believe that listening and reading at the same time is a great way to improve your language learning. Now, so far, every single resource that I have provided is absolutely free. But if you want to purchase something, I would strongly recommend Pimsleur. Now, I haven't used Pimsleur to learn Spanish, but I did try Pimsleur for learning Mandarin, and I found that it was great. So essentially, what Pimsleur is audio recorded files that you follow along with in order to practice speaking in a language. So if you're someone that has trouble speaking in a target language that you're learning, then it would be a great investment to invest into Pimsleur. I'm not sponsored, I'm just saying. My last and final tip that I was personally using when I was learning Spanish is speaking to native speakers. Now, if you haven't watched it already, I made a video on something called www.conversationexchange.com. And it's on this website that you can find thousands of people to talk with online. Just remember that learning languages is a social concept. And if you're not putting your skills to the test that you're learning on your paper, well, that's going to be an issue because when you first try speaking to a native speaker, let's be real, it's going to be bad. And if it's not bad, you're gifted, but 99% of the time, including me, it is bad. However, don't let that tough beginning discourage you. Stick with it, continue to put your efforts, and follow this advice. I gave you so many good resources to use, so make sure you put them to use. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and holla back at your boy.